Woman forgets phone after shoplifting California nail supply store, goes back to get it.
Two female suspects came into the store appearing to want to buy supplies. When it came time to pay, they instead ran out, carrying about $600 in merchandise. You can see the cashier and the owner, dressed in blue, chasing after the alleged robbers. But it went from bad to worse. One of the suspects returned to the store when she realized she left behind her phone, which included a driver's license.
That is definitely not Stoney and Cleo. Good God, that's a rough looking duo. I have two questions. My first question is, why would anyone bring their cell phone and personal identification with them along for a crime? And my second question, the most important one I will ask tonight, is if what you stole was of so little importance, of so little value, that you had to go back and even worry about a cell phone, what are you really doing? A woman accused of shoplifting at a nail supply store in California, the Golden State, returned to the building after realizing she left her phone there. The woman, who was with a second suspect, targeted the nail supply store in Murrieta on September 19th. According to the store owner, the two women went into the store pretending to buy the supplies. Did they have $1 between the two of them? When it came time to pay, the suspects instead ran out of the building with about $600 worth of items.
She aggressively demanded the phone back. The owner and clerk said if you return the items, we'll give you your phone back. No questions asked. Then it got really ugly. Instead, the alleged female robber gets violent, throwing the owner to the ground and roughing up the cashier, who is pregnant. Again, look at the video of the woman assaulting the owner and lunging at the pregnant woman behind the counter. Police say the theft was less than the cost of the phone.
If something would have happened to that woman's unborn child, this would have been a completely different news story. But since the girl math doesn't seem to be mapping, let's do a little bit of guy math. You stole $600 worth of items. If you put that on the streets, you'll get $400. And I'm being very generous when I say $400 for it. You split that between yourself and your gargoyle of a girlfriend, and you got drinks, food, gas. This happened on the 19th. By the 23rd, they'll be flat broke. Was it even worth it? One of the suspects returned to the store after realizing her phone and her ID were still at the business she allegedly shoplifted. She came back for her phone like she was a paying customer. The audacity. She demanded her phone back, but the store owner and the clerk told her she can get her phone back if she returned the allegedly stolen items. Instead of making peace, the suspect threw the owner to the ground and roughed up the cashier, who was pregnant. Both suspects were eventually arrested about a mile away from the store.
Granted, robbing a nail supply store isn't exactly an Einstein move, but forgetting your phone and coming back for it, even worse.
I don't know who need to hear this, but it's over. PPP is over. Stimulus is over. Waiting around for Uncle Sam to give you a handout, it's over. And I say that because I really think the looting and the shoplifting is coming from people waking up out of that pandemic hangover and realizing they got to go back out there and get back on their grind. Now, what is going to happen is there are 3 million migrants and counting obtaining their work visas to come in and take the jobs that haven't already been forced out of your neighborhood, and they're not going to turn their nose up at anything for the pay or the job. You got to wake up.